Hey everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video again today. This video is actually being recorded currently at 8:41 Friday, November 27th, the same day it will be uploaded. Because, you know, I took forever to get this done. If you read the title, you already know what this is about. This is my opinion on the Deepstone Crypt raid and Beyond Light overall. We're gonna be doing the Deepstone Crypt raid first, just because. Why not? Sorry if you hear a bit of background noise, by the way. I've done my best to finagle the mic sensitivity so you can't hear any of it. But my family's currently getting ready for the holidays, and you know that. Setting up the Christmas tree. Probably gonna have a vlog up on that soon. Maybe, we'll see. Anyway. Point of this video, let's get to it. Beyond Light and the Deepstone Crypt. Let's go ahead and cover the Deepstone Crypt first. I would have had some footage, because on the stream yesterday, I went ahead and did my best to Sherpa a raid. If you were there, you know that by the end of it, it had gotten so late to the point where I actually had to go to bed. And yeah, other than that though, it was great. We got some great people who came and joined in for the raid. Had a ton of fun. Probably didn't be a while before a Sherpa or another raid though. But anyway, what's my opinion overall of the raid? I think it's good. I'm gonna go encounter, give my opinion on what I think of each encounter, and we'll just go off that. I've never actually done a video like this before, so yeah, unless you want to count the time I did a 24-hour stream. Anyway, let's go ahead and go with encounter 1, the Sparrow encounter. Really not much here. I think it's interesting. I do kind of find the Frostbite a little annoying that it kills you right off. I kind of wish it was like the one during the Exo challenges, that it doesn't kill you immediately, it starts doing damage over time. Just because I know on stream we did the glitch, but on day 1 when I did it, a lot of times I would fail just because the second you hit 10 you die. So if there was one thing I would change about that encounter, it would just be that. Other than that, actually an enjoyable encounter. I enjoy encounters that focus a lot with your Sparrow and stuff like that. That's about all I gotta say for this first opening encounter. So let's go ahead and move on to the second encounter, and that is Crypt security. Once again, not actually really any complaints with this. This encounter kind of encompasses everything I like about raids. It requires you to use teamwork and have good communication. As long as you and your team actually can get that little communication thing down, you're gonna go through Crypt security probably your first try. I'm pretty sure on stream we did it like our second or third try after everyone got down the callouts and whatnot. Crypt security is a really nice encounter. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. It's just kind of that nice little middle ground, you know. Once it does a nice job of introducing the buffs that you use throughout the entirety of the raid, and it's overall just a good encounter. Next up we have Atrax 1. Now, I'm gonna put out the non-too public opinion. What's the word I'm looking for? The non-popular opinion. There we go. Atrax is easy. Everyone says it's hard, but it's really not. Once you get the rhythm of passing the buffs up and down, it's really easy. Granted, my team 5-manned it because I got disconnected at the very end, which kind of sucks because I was the operator in charge of like dealing with the debuffs. But by the time I got kicked, we had already dealt with most of the debuffs anyway, so yeah. Atrax is easy. If you go in with a mindset thinking it's easy, you're not going to have a hard time. As long as your team is good and you got communication down, you'll be fine. If you went through Crypt security easy, I'm sure you'll be able to do Atrax 1 easy. The only thing I would change is maybe make a little less shanks spawned. The shanks are the one thing that seems to screw up everyone. Other than that, I think it's a fun encounter. Next encounter really isn't an encounter, it's more or less the jumping puzzle. Nothing really changed there, only about the same as Atrax 1, less shanks. Way too many shanks. We should change it from Deepstone Crypt raid to Raid of the Shanks. Just because there are a lot of shanks in this raid. And overall, that's the one thing I think they should lessen up on. Other than that, the next actual encounter would be Taniks Phase 1. Once again, really simple encounter. You just gotta get the rhythm of doing the buffs down, and then you're really good. It introduces the new buff, which is the suppression buff, which is actually kind of interesting. And yeah, I think it's a good encounter. The only thing I'd change about this is really nothing. I think Taniks Phase 1 is really easy. Just as long as you, once again, this raid is all communication. As long as you get the callouts down, you're good. If you're doing this raid and you are the silent type, do your best to kind of, I know it's a bit of a hard thing to ask, but do your best to communicate, you know? Kind of go out your comfort, it kind of forces people who don't like to talk a lot out of their comfort zone, which, I mean, that's not always the best, but yeah. I don't know how I might not be phrasing this the right way, but you know. Communication is definitely a big thing in this raid. Other than that, Taniks Phase 1, once again. Yeah. After that, one thing I'd like to mention is I really like the ending of Phase 1, where you gotta run through that tunnel to the escape pod or whatever. Tons of fun, that is. And then Taniks Phase 2. Never actually beaten this encounter. This is the one encounter in this raid I actually haven't beaten. I know it, but I haven't beaten it. Alright, the last like 4 minutes of this video just got deleted. So, time to give this back again. So, thing about Taniks Phase 1 is that there's not a lot of time in between everything you have to do. For those of you who have somehow done Taniks Phase 1 but not Phase 2, in Phase 1, when you pick up your buff, you have a good like 30-40 seconds before the next part of the encounter happens, where Taniks, where you gotta bank the nuclear cores. In Phase 2, you're usually picking up your buffs right as you're meant to be doing your job. So if you're suppressor, you're picking up your buff while you're meant to be suppressing. If you're scanner, you're picking it up while you're meant to be making the callouts. Operator doesn't get affected that much because your stuff doesn't happen until after we shoot the cores. But you might not even get there because we're still picking up our buffs when we're meant to be shooting the cores. So, if there was one thing I could tell Bungie, shorten the time in between what you have, not shorten it, lengthen the time between what you have to do. Because that's the one thing I don't like about Taniks Phase 2. And kind of the only reason I haven't beaten it yet. Other than that, really no distaste for Taniks Phase 2, other than the one thing of I wish there was more time between the things you have to do. Other than that, I think that's about it to cover this raid. I do love the chest at the end, how you can choose stuff. I haven't personally gotten to encounter that, but I will eventually. But I do love the end of the ending chest. It's definitely something I like. Other than that, yeah. Quick little opinion over Beyond Light. I think Beyond Light's amazing, as this is my first Destiny DLC I've actually experienced. I didn't play D1, and I started playing about a year ago almost exactly, so I didn't get to experience Shadowkeep or Forsaken. But yeah, Beyond Light's amazing. Not really going to go in detail there. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Sorry for this end, but yeah, other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Check out all the links in the description down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!